am an atheist. And that's okay. The notion that ancient, primitive people in isolated, emerging proto-civilizations somehow discovered everything important about life, purpose, and morality is insane. I would no more rely solely on the moral and philosophical advice of ancient gurus, prophets, and philosophers than I would seek their age-old texts for information on general relativity or quantum mechanics. Plato wasn't aware of the germ theory of disease, and Newton was clueless about string theory. I say this not to downplay either of their observations and discoveries, but to emphasize the absurdity of the notion that those who lived before us had everything figured out, that sacred texts are infallible solely because they're ancient. If anything, human civilization is older now. We are the ancients, not those pondering existence in the infancy of civilization. They don't become wiser just because they've been dead longer. Now, far be it from me to denigrate their brilliant, history-worthy contributions or downplay the leaps and bounds society made thanks to them. We see further because we stand on the shoulders of giants. But we still see further, gazing over the walls and hurdles that obstructed the vision of ancient societies. The advances made by brilliant minds of the past were achieved because they questioned the status quo. Don't we owe it to them to do the same? They pushed against societally accepted norms and notions, putting forth new theories to be tested, and sometimes that even got them killed. Some of their ideas have stood the test of time, and others haven't. But it was curiosity and questions that advanced civilization, as open minds dared to ignore dogma long enough to ask why, even in the face of great opposition and persecution. They dared to face the stigma because they believed that the quest for truth superseded maintaining the status quo. And so should we. Now, whether through extreme luck or divine intervention, ancient texts may have nailed everything on the first try. It's highly unlikely, but they may have gotten everything perfect the first go-around. But don't we owe it to ourselves to find out for sure? To ask without bias or presupposition, if this is true, how can we know? And if and when it's proven false, shouldn't we have the courage to accept that? I know it's a terrifying question that brings with it the ire of those who put tradition before truth, who wrongheadedly value faith above fact, who condemn with hatred and judgment those who are different. And unfortunately, asking these questions can have serious repercussions, and it's not without personal sacrifice. For religion has the almost unique characteristic of severing families and inciting hatred towards loved ones. But a message of love will always overcome a doctrine of fear. The world is waking up. The non-religious, unbelievers, skeptics, and atheists are the fastest growing group of people in the world. Isolated as it may feel, we are not alone. Knowing that society progresses through inquisitive curiosity, aren't all of these difficult questions worth asking? I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm only here to put a pebble in your shoe. Dare to be curious. It's okay to think differently and to not drink the Kool-Aid.